That's the feeling that you need to be feeling. That's where you need to be coming from in your life if you want to manifest being in that relationship with them.
That's easy.
What to do if you can't get him to come back to you. I'm going to tell you the number one thing that I see everybody completely convinced that they need to do to get their specific person to come back to them, but it's actually the absolute wrong, worst thing that you can do, and it's a sign that you're in lack and that you're in need instead of doing what you need to do, which is knowing that this relationship is already yours and feeling that way. Okay, but first, I just want to be real with you guys. I'm working very hard to come back with the YouTube videos on a regular basis, so if you're not already, make sure that you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and click all to get all notifications so that you know every time that I come out with a brand spanking new video. I have some really awesome demonstrations coming up in my videos to help drive the points home, so make sure that you're watching all the way until the end to get the good stuff. So here's what I see a lot of. I see a lot of people who are convinced that they need to be thinking about their specific person all of the time in order to make it manifest, make them come back, whatever. They think that if they stop thinking about their specific person, that the universe is going to forget that they want them in the first place. So this could not be farther from the truth. So if you're doing this, just keep watching and I'll help point you in the right direction. I'm really surprised at how many people are convinced that they need to be thinking about their specific person in order to tell the universe what they want. Now, here's the problem with this. Now, I'm not saying that don't think about your specific person, but there's a rule here that you need to know. Most people who are in need and lack and desperation, those are the people that are obsessively thinking about their specific person, and they refuse to let it go because they're afraid that if they let it go, that it will go. That's an indication that you're in lack and that you don't already feel like you have it, okay? So the vibration is the problem, not whether you're thinking about them or not. Now, you can think about your specific person all the time as much as you want. But here's the trick. Yes, there is a rule here. The rule is that you can only think about them when you are thinking about them perfectly and purely. In your thoughts, your emotions, in your complete alignment with that end of having them and of having what you want. That's when you can think about them, because if you're not thinking about them from a place of living in your end, from a perfectly pure place, then you're thinking about them from a place that is not your end, from an impure place, and that's just going to manifest more of the crap that you already have, more of the missing, more of the wanting, more of the dissatisfaction, more disappointment. And so that's why we say, you know, you have to get into alignment first. And I know that alignment is a very ambiguous word, but I have been working very hard to demystify this for you guys and to make it easier and easier and easier to achieve. And if banging affirmations into your head hasn't worked for you, alignment is what's missing. If you're doing affirmations and you kind of, you know, you can feel that it's not quite doing it for you, it's not quite working, and then you continue doing it and you notice that you actually get a big fat opposite result, it's because the alignment is missing. But alignment is not so difficult to achieve. I have many techniques and practices and explanations and resources available to help you guys achieve this. I have it on my channel, I have it in my coaching group, I have it in courses. There's a lot on this. So don't be afraid by this word alignment, because it's actually very natural and we all experience it on a regular basis. If you haven't been able to get him to come back to you, it's because you're thinking about this person or the situation from a lack vibe, from a place of not believing that it's done and it's okay, and you're not living from your end. You're not convinced that this is okay. And there's this feeling when you're thinking about them a lot, there's this feeling of need, right? Yeah, I need to think about them. So why isn't the universe going to forget that you want this? First of all, you are the universe. As far as you're concerned, you are your own universe and everything is being projected from you. Are you going to forget the things that you want if you don't think about them? Let's think about this for a second. What are some other things that you want that you have? Like water. You have plenty of water to drink. You have plenty of water to bathe in, plenty of water to wash your car, water to plants. Do you think about water that much? Do you think about water in a needy way? Do you think that if you stop thinking about water that you or the universe is going to forget that you want it? No. So when you think about water, do you have any negative, needy, lack thoughts about water? You pretty much know that you can get it whenever you want. That's the same way that it needs to be when you're thinking about your specific person. So you don't need to think about them all the time, but every time that you do think about them, you think about them from this pure place of being already in your end. And what your end is a Neville Goddard term. This picture of what you want is your end. Your ultimate thing that you want, that's your end. And when you believe in your end, you're going to live as if you believe in it. And it's going to be easy and it's going to be natural. Let me explain this in quantum leap terms, because now I'm going to start teaching everything on my channel and all of my teachings in a quantum leap fashion. So what you really want to do is first you think about, what is this thing that you want? What's the thing that you want? You want a relationship with them? Don't think about getting them back or them coming back to you or them texting you or phoning you or showing up at your door. Because what you want is more than that. If they did any of those things, you'd be disappointed if that was the only thing that they did and if it didn't lead to more, right? So what's the more that you want to be led to, right? What's the more that you want to experience with them? So let's say that what you actually ultimately want is a relationship. Okay, now you know that you want that relationship. So the second thing that you need to do is feel, what does it feel like to actually have and be inside that relationship? And that's the feeling that you need to be feeling. That's where you need to be coming from in your life if you want to manifest being in that relationship with them. Because you manifest according to your beliefs, according to your feelings, according to your thoughts. Doing this process, doing it really and truly, actually is what makes you leap into that reality where that's what you have. So when you feel it real, when you feel it, you believe it, that means that you have quantum leaped into that reality. And what you need to do is close all the gaps in your life where you recognize or you realize or remember, oh, this thing isn't actually real. I felt it for a minute, but that's not actually real. You want to actually close all those gaps where you're thinking that to yourself and making that separation so that you can actually quantum leap into that reality and stay there. This is a lot more easy and a lot more fun and a lot more doable than you may think. And it is different from psyching yourself out, but there's a certain way to do this. Like, it has to be true and it has to be real and it cannot be fake. You can't fake yourself out. You can't fake the universe out, because you know the truth of what you're feeling and believing and experiencing. The thing that helps the most is continual reinforcement. You have to religiously put yourself around influences that are going to help you do the things that you want to do, and like influence yourself in a way that is going to continue guiding you down that path, make you a better manifester, help you believe more. I'm coming out with content and courses and seminars and retreats every single week, every single month. Every single week I go live in my coaching group. Every single week there is more information and more content and more value in my coaching group. So if you feel like you want that, just join my coaching group. That link is going to be below. Yes, I also have coaching, and I also have options for you guys to more fully immerse yourselves. I have lots of options and things going on, so I will continue to see you on YouTube. Let me know your experience with this, if this video helped change something for you in your mind, and if you realized something that you never have before. I will see you this weekend in my coaching group.
That was easy.